Hello, and welcome to Aesop Grimm's Chronicles, where the emphasis is on immersion and storytelling. While some games contain mature themes or language, you can expect clean commentary from me as a narrator. Additionally, I will provide a content summary in the intro video for each chronicled series, so no one is blindsided or surprised. Let's play a story. Hello everybody, Aesop Grimm here, and welcome to the beginning of, I guess, a tutorial series. I don't think I could call this a chronicle, but it's for preparation for an upcoming chronicle and Skyrim Special Edition. And what we're going to do in order to make it, to update the visuals, since this game is, 8 years old now? 9 years, I think. We're going to apply the Skyrim Total Enhancement Project, or S.T.E.P. And because of the mods that we're going to be getting, I do need to give a content briefing here. Now, I'm not going to install the options, some of the options that these mods give, but be forewarned that some of the mods we're going to be putting in, they're updating the resolution of the textures to very high resolution so that the models of different buildings and grass and trees and animals and stuff look absolutely outstanding. And one of those textures that we will be updating are the body textures for the player character and for the NPCs. But because gamers gonna game, and this is kind of what we always end up doing for whatever reason, there are some NSFW versions of these mods, or these mods are NSFW, the ones that the S.T.E.P calls for. In other words, for those of you who don't know what NSFW means, bluntly, there's nudity, full nudity, anatomically correct. Now, that's not going to be in my game. It's not going to be there. What these mods offer is an installer that gives you options to choose between this version, that version, or the other version. But what happens is that when you go to the page that these mods are at, they always have pictures that showcase their mod, and these pictures will be NSFW, you know. So that's the only heads up that I need to give for this particular series. Everything else really is just about, it's a tutorial. And so we will move on from the content portion to what I'm doing here. I already mentioned I am preparing for a Skyrim Special Edition playthrough, a chronicle. Now, I just got Special Edition. I have never played it before. I just got it a few days ago. I've been test playing it the past couple days. I always put it off because I have the entire Legendary Edition. And you might wonder, well, why don't you have Special Edition then? When you had all of the Legendary Edition, all the DLC and stuff, they offered it for free. Well, the answer is because I hit an area in my life where I had to basically get away from Skyrim and focus on real world stuff. And I was out of Skyrim for a long time, like 6 or 7 years, it feels like. And so I didn't even know. It was completely off my radar when Special Edition came out. The only thing I knew about Special Edition is that it allowed console players to play, and that didn't apply to me, so I didn't care. It was totally off my radar. Well, since then, I tried unsuccessfully to mod my Legendary Edition. In fact, there are a number of people that say, if you know what you're doing, the Legendary Edition, or what they affectionately call Old Rim, is actually better to play. There are more mods available. You can do more things with it. You can, specifically, you can control the lighting better. But the thing that Special Edition offers is a far, far more stable environment, including for modifying extensively. That is the joy of being a 64-bit system over a 32-bit system. And it also, because of that 64-bit system, brings in seasons and a different control over weather throughout seasons that you just simply could not do with the 32-bit system. But all that said, I did try to I tried to mod my 32-bit, my Legendary Edition, And I tried a bunch of different ways and a bunch of different times over the past couple years or so. I tried the old S.T.E.P guides. Skyrim Total Enhancement Project was actually, as far as I know, it was actually the first major mod package that worked for Skyrim, that took you through step by step on how to install a whole boatload of mods, and then didn't have any conflicts afterwards as long as you followed its guide. So I've been using S.T.E.P literally since its inception, if not, like right around, give or take a month or two, maybe even just weeks, because I was already starting to experiment with modifying my Legendary Edition when S.T.E.P was being designed. And that's how I learned how to use mod organizers and stuff like that. I think I used the Nexus version. Anyway, to shorten that story up a little bit, here lately, whenever I started trying to get back into Skyrim, I tried the S.T.E.P pack. I tried the Neovalum Skyrim Revisited. I tried the Legendary Edition version of Legend of the Dragonborn. I tried a whole number of guides, but because we've been in Special Edition for long enough now, nobody updates those things anymore, and I just could not seem to get it going again. I had to overcome learning how to mod again, and I think that having to do that along with guides where things weren't they were old, they were outdated, there were better mods out there that I didn't know about, and some stuff wasn't maintained anymore or things of that nature. I just was not able to ever get things done the way I wanted, and I finally just decided, you know what, I think I just need to go ahead and get Special Edition. So I was able to do that, and I got it at a pretty significantly discounted price on one of the Steam sales, so I was happy about that. And we're going to go through it, literally step by step. Now, if you are brand new to the modding game, you don't know anything about Mod Organizer, you don't know how to use these different tools, I am not going to be doing from a ground up, you don't know anything kind of tutorial here. But this guide that I'm going to be showing you gives you all, this is how I learned to do it. And as far as I know, every single person in Skyrim, they got to go through this. It's kind of like a rite of passage. You have to spend some time learning and reading and researching and watching YouTube videos about how to use these various tools. But the nice thing about S.T.E.P is that it links you to quality, reliable guides, standalone guides on each of these tools, and in some cases some YouTube videos and stuff as well. And they will teach you everything you need to know, So I would encourage you to get to swinging, because in my experience, this is not necessarily one of those things that you get it perfectly right out of the gate. I think that's very doable. But I've always been the kind that kind of needs to sit in the stew a little bit, and I try it, and then, okay, that didn't work out, but I know more than I did last time, and then I try it again, and then finally on the third or fourth time, I'm like, it clicks, I get it, or maybe second or third time. Anyway, I would encourage you to not be intimidated. There are a ton of resources, and if I can do this, you can do it. Okay, I think that'll do it for the intro video here, and I will see you guys in the next episode where we get started on this series. Again, I'm S.T.E.P Grim. Thanks for coming by the channel, and I will see you then. Thanks for visiting S.T.E.P Grim's Chronicles. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, stay shiny.